Hi guys, this is Matthew with the Tarantula Trap. I'm going to do a little recording here. I'm going to be rehousing some OBTs, and I made some hides for them that I'm actually quite proud of. I'm going to add some leaves on there and things like that too, but we got a couple of larger Hobby Town or Hobby Lobby enclosures. Make sure you guys use the weekly coupon to get those. You can only pick them up one at a time unless your store will sell them at all for 50% off. Sometimes that deal comes up, but my store will not. The one in Manitowoc, Wisconsin will not ever sell those on sale. I have to use the weekly coupon and purchase them all individually. And that can get quite tiresome when you have so many different tarantulas. I do have some other enclosures, but for the most part I like those Hobby Lobby ones. Got a couple up there as well too. Those I get at the dollar store, the General Dollar I believe it's called, and they do really well for smaller to juvenile slings, terrestrial or fossorial. So let's go ahead and get at this. I wanted to add something while this little time lapse is going, and little disclaimer, this is for dry enclosures only. It's not cork bark. So this is how they turned out. I added a couple of leaves on there, hot glued them on there just so it doesn't look too plain. But I like the birch wood. I think it will contrast with the substrate quite a bit. And so now it's time to just add some substrate in there and decorate it up a little bit and get the OBTs in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. I will update you as I go along. Here we go. Now I moistened it a little bit just to keep the dust down, but I do understand that OBTs like their enclosure bone dry, so we'll let her dry out. I won't, mist his enclosure or her enclosure while she's in there for quite some time, but obviously we will keep a nice water dish in there. So let me go ahead and get it cleaned up, and then it's time to transfer the monster. Okay, so we're about to do the transfer here, and I got my lovely assistant videotaping for me. Videotape, that's old school. There's only one way to transfer an OBT without getting bit, or guaranteeing that you're not going to get bit, and that's using this system right here. If you don't already have something like this in place, then you're going to want to get that, especially when you're dealing with old world tarantulas. I've been handling tarantulas for a long time, but I still won't hold these guys. It's just unnecessary. It's an unnecessary risk that I'm not willing to take. So what I'm going to do is get all set up here, and I'm going to take this cover off, because if you can see, I'm going to take a little break here and let you know that this attempt does not work. The enclosure was just a little bit too small, and I didn't have a strong enough piece of either pipe cleaner or a small enough paintbrush to get in there to actually get her to come up into the cup. It just plain out doesn't work, and I need to try something else. So what I end up doing is the next step. You'll get to see it, but I just figured I'd let you know that this doesn't work, and I kind of put it on fast forward to get through this part. Okay, so what I've decided to do is to try to get some of this debris and webbing out of her enclosure, to make it a little bit easier, and then also give her no place to go and hide. Right now she's able to safely retreat into her enclosure, and boy is she upset. She is slapping. She's got the iconic OBT look to her right now. You can see she's really pissed off. So I'm just going to work at this for a minute and see if I can do it, obviously without letting her go. And I think we're gonna make it. I kind of want to get all of this stuff out of there. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that that is sitting on there properly. Yep, looks like we're good. And to be honest with you, it might actually work just as well to get her to come in there like this. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, girl. Come on. Ooh, so she's in there. Unfortunately, I had to do that. But one thing I definitely take my tarantula's safety considered first, but I'm not going to get bit, period. I don't play around with them, but one thing I can't do is get bit. So this stuff, this will go literally right on top of the enclosure she's going into. And now my job is just to make sure that it doesn't come off the sides, because it's literally just as big as it needs to be. So we need to make sure that that stays down. And we tickle her out of there. Come on. She's making it very difficult for me. Come on, honey. Come on. Yeah, I know. Oh, good girl. Good girl. All right. So, go ahead and get a look at her, honey. Down in there. Here. Get the better light. She's happy. She's going to be much happier in a little bit bigger enclosure, and she'll grow into it, and then I won't have to transfer her at all again. So a little bit of a drop there. I hope that wasn't too far for her, but I think she should be okay. Oh, you got it all zoomed in. That's why it was hard, moving a lot. I apologize for the jerky camera, but this is her setup now. She's got her little hide that I made her, and a bunch of anchor points, because that's what OBTs need. They need anchor points. Not necessarily incredibly deep substrate. She's got enough in there to burrow, but she needs anchor points because she is going to web up that entire area and make a bunch of funnel houses and things like that. There she is exploring already. Hiding. That's what she's doing. There she goes. Oh. She's so pretty. I wish I could hold her. I'm going to do the other one that same way, and I'll post a picture of them both at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought this was very neat. A cool idea. I've tried it a couple of times on a smaller scale, and it worked out really well. This just took a lot of patience to go through and make. I basically drilled them out with regular old drill bits and got them as big as I could, and then I used a Dremel and sanded it out and made sure everything was nice and smooth for nothing, you know, their toes don't get caught on anything like that, and it looks pretty natural. I like how the birch contrasts with the substrate, and then I heat treated it. I put it in the oven for about an hour and a half at 200 degrees. So dried them out really good. And made sure there was no bugs or anything in there to worry about, and it should make for a good little hide, and we'll see how that goes. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative for you, and hopefully your OBT transfers go a little bit smoother than mine did. You have a wonderful day, and thanks for tuning in to the Tarantula Trap. Okay, we're gonna do this other one. I was just gonna take a picture and show you guys later, but I wasn't happy about the way the other one went. So I'm gonna try a different way, which is a little bit more scary, but I think it would be maybe less issues, because at the very least, once I get it in here, all I need to, if I have to, I can just drop this in here and put the cover on and be done with it. So that's the way I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some of this stuff out of here, like I did on the last one. She is way down on the bottom right here, so that's kind of good, I guess. These little enclosures are just wrecked with, oh, where's she at here? Where are you, girl? All right, she is still, she's in here somewhere and I don't know where, and that is scary. All right, so, man, why don't you come out and say hi? She is mixed up in this ball of stuff here.
What about just putting the whole ball in there?
I'm thinking about it, but I don't want to like transfer it halfway and then have her fall out, you know what I mean? That would be kind of crazy. Because if she bolts now, I can't really do.
Is she on this side?
Nope, that's a molt. I don't know where she's at. Oop, I seen her come out and slap something. Is that her right there? Yeah. All right. So she's in there somewhere.
Start picking
That's her legs sticking out right there. See them?
Yeah.
Nope, I lost a molt. Take that out, make sure it's not her. Okay, I see her there. Come on, girl. Just come on out. Come on out. Come on. Come on.
She's on the leaf.
Oh, she went down. There she is.
Yeah, I see her.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think that went really well. Like I said, no playing around, and that was nice. We got it all done, and very easy. She went from this size to that size along with the other one, and I think they're going to be much happier. So, thank you again. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.